Welcome to Children's Church. My name is Laverne, and I trust that you all had a blessed week. This week's story is called The Cloud. But before we get into it, have a listen to the song for me, please.
without touching the floor. Whoa! Okay, and then when I count to 3, we're gonna jump up all together as high as you can. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, with all my strength, with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, with all my strength. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will love you, Lord, with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and with all my strength.
I hope that you enjoyed that song, boys and girls, because I really did. Before we get into this week's story though, we said that whenever we do something important, it's really good for us to open with a word of prayer, to allow God in so that He can really anoint and be in control of whatever it is that we need to do. So can we open with a word of prayer, please? Will you put your hands together, close your eyes, bow your heads, and say after me, please. Thank you, dear Lord, for this opportunity to hear your word. Thank you for being a good Father. I pray now, dear Lord, that you give me ears to hear and a heart to really receive your message, so that your way and your will will be done in my life. Amen. As I said earlier on, boys and girls, this week's story is called The Cloud. Up until this point, we have learned now that God has released the people of Israel from Egypt, and they find themselves wandering through the desert to get to the promised land. In total, they are wandering through the desert for 40 years. God has now requested of Moses and of his people to build a special tent, the tabernacle. the people decide and need to do exactly as God has requested. So they use their special jewelry, they use their finest cloths, and they use whatever is of value to them to build this tabernacle. The best builders and the best craftsmen all use their skills to now build a special tent in the tabernacle. They build the finest furniture, they sew the best curtains, and they really build a tabernacle, a special tent that they're really proud of. God is pleased with the people as well, because they haven't followed his instruction and built a special tent in the tabernacle, just as he has requested. As soon as this tabernacle or the special tent was built, boys and girls, a special cloud filled this tent. This special cloud never left the tent, boys and girls. Never ever left the tent. And at night, in fact, it shone so brightly, the special cloud, that it looked like a fire that was there to guide and to lead the people of Israel. This special cloud was sent by God as a way of communicating to the people when and where they needed to move as they wandered through the desert. The people were more than happy to hear what God had to say and to receive instruction from God. So they really accepted and viewed this cloud as a signal from God, as a way of directing them as to where to go. If this cloud, for example, went in a northerly direction, the people followed the cloud in that northerly direction. If the cloud went in a westerly direction, for example, the people followed the cloud in that westerly direction. If the cloud stopped, boys and girls, the people would then stop traveling and spend their time exactly where the cloud had stopped. When the people saw the cloud as well, they would pack up their belongings and whatever was of value to them, and they would then move in the direction of the cloud. God was really pleased with the people because they had followed his instruction and were really viewing this cloud as a signal of where and when to go. God then instructed Moses and his people to then build 2 silver trumpets. He also then said they should blow this trumpet when the clouds rose, so that the people would know it was time for them to move on their journey. Moses and his men then built the trumpet, and whenever the clouds rose, they would blow the trumpet, and the people would then view it as a signal for them to get started on their journey. They would then pack up their belongings, and they would then move in the direction of the cloud. God was really pleased with the people. They were doing just as he had instructed. The cloud and the trumpet were all signals and a way for God to communicate with his people. The people were more than happy to also receive instruction from God. And whenever they heard the trumpet, everyone would move in the same direction. No one would ever get lost, and families would always stay together, just as God has intended. Wasn't that a beautiful story, boys and girls? Have a listen to the song for me, please.
God told Moses, I want you to build a place for me so I can stay with you. Build a tabernacle. What's a tabernacle? You've got the people, they have got the skill. Put them together, and then you will build a tabernacle. Not too big to tackle, but it's a big job. You're gonna need a lot of help if you get together. Don't do it by yourself, you'll build a tabernacle. Not too big to tackle. Aaron was a priest, tribe of Judah's elbow grease. like we should. We can get more done than we ever could if we work together. Then it's always better. So we work together, and it's always better.
I had such a wonderful time with you guys this week. Before we close though, will you close with a word of prayer with me, please? Have a listen to this.
Good morning, Jesus. Jesus, you are good and wise. I will praise you when I rise. Jesus, hear this prayer I send. Bless my family and my friends. Jesus, help my eyes to see all the good you send to me. Jesus, help my ears to hear calls for help from far and near. Jesus, help my feet to go in the way that you will show. Jesus, help my hands to do all things loving, kind, and true. Jesus, guide me through this day in all I do and all I say. Amen.
Moms and dads, please allow your children to complete the accompanying worksheets. They allow these lessons to become even more interactive and more engaging and more fun for your little ones. Boys and girls, I hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed week. Lots of love. God bless. Bye.